What I realized about halfway through my weight loss journey, I read Atomic Habits, which
Yeah.
is, by James Clear. If you haven't read it, you have to, because it takes this whole idea of motivation and willpower out of the equation. Yeah.
Yeah. Good.
Um, and so what he talked about, of course, was taking very small habits
Hmm.
and uh, incorporating those, because long term they have very big effects. And it's true, because in the example I always share with people is, look, if you eat a donut one day, it's not going to have any major effects.
Right.
But if you eat a donut every day, in a month, it's going to have an effect. You can start very small habits and you wake up the next day and go, well, nothing's changed. But in a month it will. And it's those small habits that we have a tendency to be able to maintain. So the
Hmm.
things that I found that worked really well for me, one is I take my lunch every day,
Hmm.
no
Yeah.
matter what.
Right.
I prepare it the night before. I do it right after dinner as I'm doing dishes and putting leftovers away. I have my lunch ready to go.
Hmm.
And that has been a huge factor in keeping me on track,
Right.
because the options outside of my control
Right.
are so great.
Right.
And
Right.
so that's been a huge factor. The other factor is I always have really good tasting, healthy sides that I can add to any protein. So I
Hmm.
roast off veggies and I make sure that I have plenty to choose from. I have frozen bags of vegetables in the freezer. And that makes it super easy. And my husband, he's super supportive. He will either grill or I will, but he likes to smoke stuff. So he will smoke me a turkey breast or chicken breasts or
Hmm.
whatever. I always have healthy protein
Yeah.
to make dinners. And breakfast, well, that's in my control too. So
Right.
those couple of things
Right.
have allowed me to maintain this, because it doesn't matter whether I'm motivated that day,
Yep.
whether I feel great or I feel awful. I have those things in place,
Right.
and I don't have to work at deciding how to eat. And that has helped me immensely. I
Yeah.
mean, it really has.